How we got a cat that needs to come home.
It's true.
Kitty cat.
Dance, 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 dance.
But they're gone, so they're not going to dance, 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 and dance, dance, dance.
Dang, but they do have a little scarf.
They do for a little bit. A
A little bit.
little tiny bit. Hello, welcome to this week's episode. Jared now watch Inuyasha is episode 99. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Al and Ladium.
Hello.
We're discussing season 4, episode 15, or episode 97, entitled Kirara Come Home.
Come home, Kirara.
But yeah, Kirara is gonna run away, be gone forever, and that's the last we'll see of Kirara. Thanks for watching.
The end.
Yeah. We also get like a recap of who Kirara is in case you had forgotten.
In case you forgot who Kirara is.
Just in case. You know, it's very easy to forget.
Is it?
No. And then basically we see the gang camping out. There's 2 sleeping bags.
That's an upgrade.
Someone else gets a sleeping bag this time. But yeah, Kirara wakes up in the middle of the night and is like, huh? And then they wake up the next day and Kirara's gone.
Oh, no.
Songo's very distraught. It's like, where's Kirara? Has anyone seen Kirara? And she's like, cats are weird. She'll be back at some point. Don't worry.
Inuyasha even's like, maybe she's in the heat. And I'm like, Inuyasha, chill.
Shippo thinks that Kirara's in a rebellious phase. And Baroka the whole time is just like, I'm just standing here. I'm not saying anything.
Nope, I'm just here.
Y'all want fish?
It is grilled to perfection.
It is grilled to perfection, ladies. The day turns to night and Kirara still isn't back, so Songo is even more worried, and Inuyasha is getting the brunt of it because he was like, you just gotta wait. Kirara will come back. So everyone's now mad at him.
Mm-hmm.
Shippo especially is like, it's not your fault. Inuyasha's like, bruh. What do you mean? So Inuyasha decides, hey, I'm gonna find Kirara. I'm gonna sniff her out. And he's able to sniff out 3 steps, and he's like, oh, the trail disappeared. She flew away, so I couldn't tell you. Don't know what to tell you. So they come up with these weird theories of why would Kirara run away? Is it because Songo's been mean to her and taking advantage of Kirara? Or is it all these theories that Shippo has? About the one time Inuyasha, had Kirara help him with the wind scar and then got some bald spots.
Yep.
That's clearly why Kirara would have ran away. The song was like, I remember there was some bald spots recently, huh? Or maybe it was Baroku, who basically used Kirara to get some ladies. And then also
and to fend off the old ladies.
Also to fend off the old ladies by having Kirara transform, scare them away, while Shippo was there transformed as a little statue. So maybe it's Moroku, or maybe it's Kagome.
Whoa.
Who had Kirara fly her back to the well so she could go back home for her grandpa's birthday. And the family was like, you should stay a little bit. It's fine. But she was like, Kirara, just stay here by the well. I'll be back real soon. Also bring you back some treats. But then Kagome forgets and has a nice night. Has a nice...
With the green bathtub.
Green bathtub. She gets a good night's rest.
Reads.
And Kirara's just waiting there like,
Also, she takes her grandpa back like a weird tentacle thing.
Yes.
So weird.
And then she's like, oh, I also forgot to bring the treats back as well. That's my bad.
Terrible. Terrible. How could you?
Oops, McOops. My bee. So everyone's feeling all down about that. They're like, oh, maybe it's all our faults because that's why Kirara was gone. And then eventually there's like a rumbling. And we cut to like this dude running away from a giant monkey demon who has one eye. And Inuyasha intercepts it, and they fight. And they see the scarf is on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bunch of scattered bones and multiple skulls, let's remind you, around as well. And they're like, oh, did you eat Kirara? And this monkey's like, I don't know. I don't know the names of things I've eaten.
I can't remember everything I ate.
Definitely these multiple skulls indicate that Kirara has been eaten already in
Well,
just a
that's what they
day.
think. That's what they think is that Kirara's
Eaten
dead.
and the bones are picked clean
Yep.
in one single day.
I mean, he's talented.
It's true.
He's a talented consumer of critters.
Mm-hmm. The monkey's able to use the jungle, or not the jungle, the forest to his advantage and fly around the branches. But then eventually Songo just boomerangs it to death.
Mm-hmm.
And is like, see you later. And they're all very sad because they're like, oh, Kirara's gone. Songo is crying into the food dish.
Yeah.
And everyone's just like, oh no.
I forget what the food dish said, but it was very weird.
Sham.
Sham, right.
They're all very sad, and Inuyasha like turns away from them and then like looks up and is like, wait, it's you. And everyone turns to look at what he's looking at, and oh, it's Kirara. Kirara's like, hello. How's it going? And oh, hello, it's me,
Yoga.
Myoga, I'm here. I had Kirara help me out. We had to get a big whetstone for the Tetsaiga.
You know, something that was totally needed and mentioned before and didn't come out of absolutely nowhere.
Yes, I showed up in the middle of the night, and Shippo was there. He woke up, and I told him to tell you guys that Kirara would be leaving with me for about a day or so.
And then everyone turns to look at Shippo, who's just casually trying to walk away as he has forgotten this whole thing.
Yep, we get a flashback showing him Tim talking to Shippo about this.
Yep.
And Shippo being like, let me sleep.
And then Inuyasha's about to just beat up Shippo, and he's like, Kagome, help me. And Kagome's like, Inuyasha. And you're like, oh, she's going to sit him. And he's like, go easy on him. And they're like, no. Meanwhile, Kirara is just like nuzzling up to Songo. Very happy.
It's what cats who love you do.
It's true. You are very well aware of that. They will get as close as humanly possible to you.
They will try and fuse into your body.
That is, yep, 100%.
Pooped bean.
You mentioned this. I don't know if this is in the trivia or not, but you mentioned that the monkey demon looked very similar, and apparently its appearance is similar to the giant ape that the three servants of the monkey god, you remember Gon, Boon, and Ken, transform into to scare Inuyasha in episode 88. The only difference is that he has green fur, while the ape that the three monkeys transform into has brown fur. So yes, it's just a color palette swap.
He's a palette swap. Okay.
Yeah.
I was right.
You were correct. I mean, that was like, I guess that was very recent.
Mm-hmm.
So there was that.
I mean, very recent in terms of episode numbers, but it's also been like months ago at this point, I think.
Probably. You're right. But yeah, that's the end of this episode. Let's talk about our notes for this episode as well.
Okay.
This is the only time Kagome lets Inuyasha get away with hurting Shippo. This time, though, he actually deserved it. Due to not telling.
This is editorializing.
Yeah, due to not telling everyone where Kirara went, leaving everyone worried or ashamed, and Songo distraught for the brief moment where she thought Kirara was dead. When Shippo begs for her help, Kagome calls Inuyasha's name, pauses, smiles, and says, "Not too hard." Kirara has been seen to be used by Inuyasha, Moroku, and Kagome for their own selfish desires. I mean, Kirara didn't seem like they were mad about it, so like Kirara seemed down to help with the wind scar and to help Moroku get the ladies and to give Kagome a lift.
Mm-hmm.
Songo is shown to care for Kirara as if she was a member of her family rather than a simple pet, which, like, yeah, we've seen that. It would have saved everyone trouble if Myoga had simply waited until everyone's awake before heading off to obtain the sharpening stone.
I mean, not wrong.
It's pretty good.
How many hours did he have to wait?
I was in a hurry, I gotta get this stone to Totosai, of course. So it's very very important that we get there in a hurry.
Oh, okay.
This episode is the halfway point of the series. 96 episodes and 2 movies come both before and after this episode. Yeah, we've made it halfway.
But wait, is it halfway through the original series or halfway through the entire series, including Final Act?
I don't know. I mean, how many episodes is the whatchamacallit, the original series? Let's see here. It is 167 plus 26. So I guess it means everything. I can
Wow.
do some simple math here. 167 plus 26
Don't do
is
Miko math.
193. And then you add
Right.
4 movies. That's 197. So 97 plus 97 is something. Or I guess 96 plus 96 plus 4.
196.
So yeah, about halfway.
Through the whole thing. Wow. Look at us.
We've
big
made it halfway.
milestone.
It's only
We're
taken
halfway
us
there.
a bajillion years to get here.
we are cruising.
We are. We still have half of season, well, a little bit more of half of season 4 left, and then seasons 5 and 6,
Mhm.
and then the final act and 2 other movies.
Mhm.
So there's all of that. So yeah, we are halfway.
How close to getting out of the filler arc are we?
I think I remember saying last week we had like 5 episodes, so maybe I think there's like 4 left. Let's I can double check here. We got next week is 1. The week after that is 2. We got a 3rd. We got a 4th. And then we were back to the plot. So 4 more filler episodes.
All right, we can do it.
Yes. But next time we got to discuss a Kikyo episode. An episode titled as aptly as you mentioned that basically could be a fan fiction title.
Yep.
We will be discussing episode 98 entitled Kikyo and Kagome Alone in the Cave.
Sounds like a fanfic.
It sure does.
It basically is fanfic. Just official anime
You're
fanfic.
not wrong. You're not wrong.
Oh no, I snorted.
But yeah, we'll talk about that next time. But if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool. It's where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. You can follow us on Blue Sky at seasonalanimecheckup.com. And you can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, A Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, Hot Tubs, and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. So join us next week for the 100th episode of Jared Now Watch Inuyasha.
Wow.
Wow.